Welcome, Yack watchers, to another Harry Yack VHS abomination. This video is a response to Stu, Retro Games 1979. He commented on my previous Pac-Man clones video that I should do the original Atari game for comparison. Yes, this game is well known as a piece of poop, and I've already addressed this in a previous abomination myself. This is a Harry Yack challenge, which means I have to play this game for as long as I can and learn to love it, which could be hard, could be easy, we'll see how it goes. And let's go! Pac-Man, the classic Atari game, in more ways than one. In my previous review, in inverted commas, of this game, I said that this game absolutely sucks, but from what I've been playing in this 1 minute here, as I get killed, it isn't that bad. Something I never did last time was show you the fact that you can alter the game modes, which I will do just now. See, look at those numbers at the bottom of the screen there. I have yet to figure out exactly what each number does, but let's try mode 3. I should go on the internet and look, shouldn't I? The problem with the TV boy is there aren't individual manuals for each game. There should be! They should have shipped the console with about 126 and destroyed 5 trees in the process. I apologise for the slightly dodgy VHS footage here, but apart from filming my screen, that's the only way that I can capture footage for this. Incidentally, I'm taping over an episode of Top Gear to bring you this. Yes, indeed, making a personal sacrifice. So, if halfway through this video Jeremy Clarkson appears, you'll know what's going on. And there again we see a reoccurrence of that glitch where you can pass through this wall here, and the ghosts can too. There you go, you're not supposed to be able to do that. Look, Pac-Man is stuck in the wall, and there's a couple of walls like that that you can glitch through. Never mind, glitches are sometimes what makes the game, especially when they're bad. I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who commented on my previous Pac-Man clones video, and I am now going to attempt to read some of them out while simultaneously playing Atari Pac-Man with one hand. So let's do it. Greg Lyris said that he first played the Atari 2600 round at his uncle's house in 80 or 81 at the age of 5 or 6, and I must have been about 10 when I first played it, and this was round about the time of the Super Nintendo, so this was ancient technology by comparison. Ancient technology, that's what we specialise in here at Harry Yack Towers. We, but there's only me. That's something that the video games magazines used to do quite a lot to make them sound bigger than they actually were. They were actually tin pot operations run by one man and his dog, but when they said NMS Towers or what have you, it made them sound like a respectable organisation, which they were, don't get me wrong, but it did make them sound a lot bigger than they actually were. So the challenge is somewhat successful here, because already I'm liking this a lot more than I did in my previous review of this a couple of years ago. I was a little bit too sarcastic, I think, back then. I didn't give it much of a chance. I've been playing this for quite a long time as I'm sat here now, and it's really quite enjoyable. It's one of those games that you can sit and play with a mate, and they can sit there and say, "Oh, you should have gone that way, you should have done this, you should have done that." That's the joy of playing with other people in the room. Is it time for a few more comments? I think it is. I want to thank Mr. T, who's personally taken the time out to comment on my previous video. Shame on you people who marked his comment as spam. Mr. T takes time out of his very, very busy schedule of bodyguarding and whatever the heck he does these days to come and comment on a small-time internet blogger's video. And you lot out there, treat him like dirt. There is no way Mr. T is a spammer, fools. And you're all suckers for thinking so. So, shame on you. Atsuma Karin says he is going to stick with the Amiga version called Mouthman. Yes, there were lots of clones out there, weren't there? I've still yet to find the definitive one. Hold on a sec, where have I gone? Oh, there I am. I was stuck for a minute there. What's going on? Yeah. Maybe I'll do a volume 2 of my Pac-Man clones adventure. There are, of course, numerous other consoles that Pac-Man has been released for. In fact, name any console or format in the whole wide world, and there'll be a Pac-Man clone for it. Burt Reynolds said he liked the music on the video. And it reminded him of Catchphrase with Roy Walker. Well, how the heck did he know I've been watching that of late? Say what you see, say what you see. I actually took the music from Pac-Man World, I think it was, on the PS1. We're getting close to the end of this particular maze here. Done it again! I'm gonna set the record straight here and now and say that this isn't anywhere near as bad as I made it out to be last time. What happened there? I take all of that back! Ah! Look at that, I only have to collect 3 pills now. Or 3 lines. Oh, go away, ghosts. Ah, stop flickering, my goodness. That does hurt your eyes somewhat. There, I've done it. Larry Bundy Jr. asks if I've ever seen that Pac-Man emulation thing that they did on the ZX Spectrum. The answer is no. Well, actually, I went and looked it up before I did this video, and it looks rather impressive. It's in colour. Ah, I forgot I'd eaten that blasted power pill pellet thing. I keep getting the blasted names mixed up. I don't know. I think we should just call them hyphens, shouldn't we, to avoid confusion. Power hyphens. Ah, we keep going through that blasted wall. Can we do it with all of them on this side? Let's have a look. Yeah, and yes. Over here, let's see. Glitch hunting with Harry Yack. Ah, it all adds to the appeal of the game. I think we have time for a couple more comments. What happened there? It reset. We must have run out of time, and I got a point for doing nothing there. Ah! Sneaky Weasel says the game was actually Puckman, but they changed the name because they were afraid the Americans would change it to something rather rude. I'm not going to read that out. I don't think that would have stopped them from changing it to something rude anyway, because that's what they do in this country as well. I can't think of any specific examples, but I do have an example of one piece of graffiti that used to be in Prestatyn in North Wales. There was a wall in the town centre that said, "I'll gut you like a fish." And 10-year-old me drew much amusement from that. I was disappointed to find that the next year, when I went back, it was gone. They'd washed it off the wall. However, it remained there for a number of years, and every time I went back, it made me laugh. I was a rather childish child, but there again, most children are. Okay, Yack Watchers, I'm going to set myself a mini challenge here and complete this bit of a maze. It's not going to be that hard, so it's not much of a challenge, but hey, this is the first time I've managed to complete one of my own challenges. If anybody out there wants to complete any of the challenges that I set myself in any of these challenge videos, then feel free to do so. I think this is the 4th or 5th unofficial challenge video that I have done. I'm gonna stick them all in a playlist so you can go and look at them, but I'm sure you won't. Instead, you'll probably go onto some of your more favourite websites like Facebook or something.com, which is one of my personal favourite websites. Go and visit it for 1 second of fun. I'll just complete this maze, and then you can finally go and watch a Steve Benway video instead. In fact, I recommend going and doing that right now, because I'm only going to be talking gibberish for the remainder of this particular video. There has not been any particular point to it, but hey, we've had fun, and that is, after all, what video games are all about. One more to get, and we have done this. Come on, baby. Yes! Hurry Yack challenge completed. I'll take a celebratory swig of my drink of water here. Thank you very much, Retro Games 1979, and thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you in the future. Sayonara.